There we go.
Do I go now?
Okay, Tori, go for it.
Oh, can you teach us about two similar polygons?
Definitely. I definitely can teach you about two similar polygons. That's what we're doing today on 97. First thing is, yesterday we learned what similar meant. We were doing similar triangles. And the first thing to remember is when you have similar triangles, what can you say about their angles?
They're the same?
Yeah.
But
Angles are congruent.
Yeah.
But the sides, we had a P word that we used. Sides are not congruent, sides are what?
What? No.
Proportional. Proportional. So we have set up. We're going to be doing a lot of proportions because we're doing lengths today, side lengths. And we're not going to do just triangles, we're going to do other polygons. So just saying other means a triangle is a polygon, but who knows what a polygon is?
Not me.
A triangle is a polygon. Other shapes are polygons. Squares are polygons.
Is it a circle polygon?
Circle is not a
So it
polygon.
doesn't have sides, right?
It has sides.
Does it have a point?
Straight sides.
Oh.
So like a square is, a pentagon is, an octagon is,
A rectangle?
a rectangle would be, a trapezoid would be, a circle wouldn't be.
And
A heart
octo.
wouldn't be. An octagon would be.
Hexagon.
Hexagon
Oh,
would be.
I think that's what I'm
So it's a flat shape. Sometimes you say a two-dimensional shape. We're gonna go really in depth about polygons when we get back from spring break.
What week is this?
I think
Is it
we've
the
got
7th?
this week, 3 total weeks, including this one, until we hit the 9 weeks. And then we have 1 more week before spring break. So the 9 weeks ends.
So we have 10 weeks in this?
Yeah.
9 weeks?
No, well, no, they're gonna end it, and then we're gonna start a new 9 weeks officially.
So we have 3 more weeks after this one.
And then there's a
we
grade,
get
and then you get a
spring
grade, and, yeah. Flat shape with straight sides. So hearts and circles are not polygons, just triangles and squares and.
If you made like a heart, like a really pixely one, you could get it.
Like a straight,
Yeah.
an awkwardly straight heart. Okay, going from yesterday, when we were talking about the triangles yesterday, and you see that there's a triangle problem to start off, and we just said that their sides aren't congruent. Obviously one is bigger than the other, so their sides aren't going to be the same. We said they're proportional, not congruent. Which means you have to set up proportions, which means you have to do the ratio or fractions, and we're going to be doing that on here. But I think you'll find 97 is easier than 96. There's not a lot of algebra junk to deal with. We'll put an x on an unknown side, make a proportion, and we'll solve for it. So starting off with similar triangles. Those triangles are not congruent. The one on the left is obviously smaller than the one on the right. DEF over here is similar to MNO. We want to find MO. Well, it's right here, I found it. We don't have any side length for it. So that's going to be the thing we want, which we'll call X. Looks like a TVU. Should be like X. I'll put a sign. All right, so that's X. We want to find MO. So put an X on that side, and then we will make a proportion. So we got this 5 right here. MN is 5.
Goes with DE.
Goes with DE. So 5 is going to go over 10. That's your proportion, your first one.
Will it?
5 over 10. And then we're going to have our X is going to go over what?
18.
Over 18. So you're going to 5 over 10, X over 18.
Do you still cross multiply?
Yeah, and now we get to cross multiply, but this is not nearly as ugly as yesterday where you had algebra junk. We just cross multiply. So you get whatever 5 times 18. Yeah, that's supposed to be a little multiply sign. Which you said is 90? So 90 is 10x. Then all you got to do is what?
Divide.
Divide both sides by 10. It looks
X
like
equals 9.
9 equals x. Before you circle it, make sure we're really sure MO doesn't have algebra junk, it's just x. So the answer is 9. We don't have to plug in algebra junk. In this case, it is just 9.
Wait, what was that for? Oh, wow, I didn't even see that right there.
Yeah, so we were done. I was doing really good today. I was like 4 for 5, and then I missed one. So I'm 4 for 6. So I'm back to 66%. Who says I'm going to make this one right here?
Me,
One,
Tori.
2. I'm making it. It's happening. Who says I'm gonna miss it though? Kai.
Kai.
Kai and Kyler. No faith. This
How
is
do you
not-
know where it's?
You're gonna miss it.
No, it's going in.
No, you're gonna miss it.
No.
Keep
it's
going.
going. It's going in.
You're still gonna miss it.
Quit talking to him.
No.
That trash can's not against the wall, so it's a little bit harder.
Exactly.
Wow, that was kind of. You might want to edit that out of there.
I should move the trash can. Eventually, I'll make it.
You should, hey, you can buy a backboard for it.
That's what I mean.
Wait, how do you know that thing's like for sure on the board?
It's got a really wide angle, and then when I go to edit it, I'll zoom in. But it's got a fisheye lens, so it catches like
Oh, okay.
everything. All right, so we started out with a triangle, but here's what some of the shapes are going to look like. This one looks like a house, or like home plate in baseball. One thing to notice though is these little tick marks mean that this and this are congruent, and this are congruent. So we could actually match this one up with this one if we wanted to, because this is the same as this, similar to these two. All right, first thing is J, K, L, M, N is similar to U, V, W, X, Y. What's the length of X, Y? Where is it? Okay, put an X for that. Let's get that an X. That's the thing we want. Now let's match stuff up. This 36 goes with what? So 36 over 24 is your first fraction. And now this 30 would go with this side, which isn't what we want, but if this is 30, that's 30. So we could say 30 over x. 30 over x. There's our proportion down there. Now once you make the proportion, what do we do next?
Cross multiply.
Cross multiply, which sounds awful, but it's not as bad. So you get 36x
720.
equals, and then 24 and 30 multiply to make 720. There we go. Cross multiply, 36x is 720. Divide the coefficient off of the x, and you're done. X is just 20. All right, that's an option. There's C. Okay. All right, so that's a house. Not so bad. This is, yeah, as long as you're getting your practice
Mr.
done.
Jones, he said these are hard, but I feel like they're not very hard.
Well, 97 is easier than 96. I think.
Way easier.
Wait, yesterday we did 96, didn't we? I didn't even think that was hard.
The angles weren't so bad. The algebra jump ones were. All right, these are hexagons. E, F, G, H, I, J is similar to V, W, X, Y, Z, U. What's the length of IJ? So that gets an X. Where's IJ? Right there. Okay, these match up good. XY definitely goes with GI, or GH. XY goes with GH. So, 36 over 40.
36 over 40?
36 goes with 40. And then 54 goes with the X. There we go. There's your proportion. Follow that up by doing what? Yep, what's the process called? Cross multiply. Sounds awful. Not as bad as what it sounds though. 36x again is, this one's a bigger number. Some in the 2000s. 2160. All right. 36x 2160.
60.
And then you get 60.
60 flat out 60. X is 60. Flat out 60. All right, we've done a triangle. We've done a house-looking pentagon. Now we've done a hexagon. The last one we do is a trapezoid. Similar trapezoids. We're trying to find RV, which is over here on the left of this one. So we could go 20 over x, or you could do this one first. 28 over 16.8. I know it's not a whole number, but 28 over 16.8 equals what over what?
20 over x.
20 over x. Cross multiply.
Will you write this thing out first?
Which thing?
Just write it instead of letting Mariah give you the answer.
Oh, yeah, we'll slow down. Okay, 20, I got you saying. 28x is 20 times 16.8.
See, I always get the first one, then I don't know how to put the second one.
Okay, 28x is 20 times 16.8, so 28x is, what's this number? This is
336.
336? Okay. And then divide the coefficient off. And that we get Divide both sides by 28. And x equals. And that was it. 12 obviously was D. There we go. Okay, so this time, since I'm like off my street,
You're
no
gonna
one's
give it
no
the
one's gonna
number.
shoot this one.
He's gonna be 200%.
Okay, there we go. That's pretty good.
That was
That's pretty
quick.
good. He just showed me up, so
Now I'm 200%.
that's pretty solid. You made yesterday too?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and get started.